And a pleasant good evening. Welcome back to Volney Ashford Stadium. Greg Mitchell Field for the second of our doubleheader. We had football this afternoon, and now it is soccer, the men's conference championship between the Vikings from Grandview University and the Vikings from Missouri Valley College. I'm Ken Cuyav and Chaz Maddie alongside. And Chaz, both of these teams were on the road for both matches in the quarterfinals and semifinals, so really kind of unusual to have this game here on a Saturday night, but here we are, two of the middle seeds, if you will, but knocked off the teams they had to get here tonight.
Well, the conference is set up in such a way that there's not a whole lot of separation after the top couple of teams, and then both top couple of teams, ended up losing. So here we are with two very evenly matched teams. You look at the records: 13-6-1 for visiting Grandview and 13-5-2 for the host Missouri Valley Vikings. So it should be a really even game. Up and down the lineup, there's not a whole lot of statistical separation. The goaltenders are very even in terms of their performances throughout the season. So it should be a really good game between two teams that finished in the upper middle part of the conference.
And when they played in the regular season here in Marshall back in, I believe it was in September, 0-0 tie. So something's got to give tonight. And the winner gets a berth into the national tournament for winning the conference tournament. So a lot on the line tonight. Of course, the Vikings made it all the way to the semifinals last year, but they're going to get a shot to go back. Mid-American Nazarene, they won the regular season, but they lost in the semifinals to Valley 1-0, and Grandview defeated Benedictine, the number 2 seed, and Grandview won that match in Atchison the other night 3-0. Here are the starting lineups, first of all, for the visitors tonight. Grandview, Darnell Larson, along with Corey Hill, Jordan Lucas, Rogerio Manas, Sam Blackman, Bruno Enrique, Danton Ireland, Louise Tellis in the starting lineup tonight, along with Daniel Cosma, Sam Pugh, and Johnny Clarence. So that's the starting lineup for the Vikings tonight, the Grandview Vikings under Coach Blair Reed. Valley goes in goal with Irukunda, Patrick Irukunda in goal tonight. Alex Corden in the starting lineup for the Vikings tonight, as is George Limbert. George, by the way, is the leading goal scorer. Luke Russell, David Martinez, Rafael Alcaraz, Alejandro Correa, Mark Heeman, James McLaren, and Joan Martero in the starting lineup. So here we go. The conference tournament championship about to get underway. This broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division, Missouri Valley College, for the private use of our audience. Any retransmission or the use of the content of this broadcast without the express written consent of Missouri Valley College prohibited, and we are underway. Hey, guess what? Two teams, you can see the numbers.
Two teams we can see. I'm very happy about that. I'm very glad that Grandview has the nice red against the white for the traveling shirts, and of course Valley with the white against the orange in the home kits.
Very easy to see these uniforms.
It makes getting the names. It makes the names the hard part instead of trying to guess which player's what.
So we're just underway. Again, the winner will receive a berth into the national tournament. Mid-American Nazarene wins the conference outright, so they're in as well. And it'll be a corner kick for Grandview.
It's Sam Blackman taking the kick.
Sends it in and across. Vikings try to head it away. Grandview with possession.
I mentioned both goalies evenly matched. Larson in 18 goals allowed, 116 goals against on the year. Irukunda, his counterpart on the Valley side, a 1.08 goals against in his 5-3-1 record. So, you get one, that's about all you're going to get against either goaltender.
And that's why when these two teams played, it was 0-0, double overtime. So I guess stating the obvious, you get a goal or two in this one, it's going to be huge. Vikings on the attack. Get it off to Alcaraz. And back to the middle. And that is James McLaren. Correa. Vikings will have possession. A lot going on tonight. Basketball, Culver Stockton in, so at the Burns Center they're playing that conference doubleheader tonight. And we had the football game earlier. We're just underway here.
Fall sports ending, or wrapping it up, or getting close to the end, and then winter sports just underway.
Vikings swing it to their right side. The Valley swings it to the right side. And congratulations to the Grandview football team. They made the playoffs today by defeating William Penn, so they win the North Division in football. They're in, Baker's in, and hopefully when the pairings come out tomorrow, Valley will be in, but we'll have to wait and see. Just underway tonight.
And that Valley football team losing to Grandview here by 1 point, losing to Baker on the road by 3. Those are two tough losses to two really good teams.
And hopefully we can turn that into a playoff berth. We'll see. Valley possession as they work the far side here on Greg Mitchell Field. Glad you can be with us, whether you're, well, we know you're rooting for the Vikings tonight, just depending on which set of Vikings. Limbert with the header. Vikings keep it in. Limbert leads his team in goals, and this one goes out. George did not lead for a while, but he's kind of been scoring like 1 goal per match, and now he has 7. Next in line, Alcaraz and Basquello each have 5.
Pretty much a balanced scoring attack up and down for the Vikings. I mean, you know, Limbert with 7 goals it's not a very large number.
Vikings send this one across the front. Here's another shot, and this one goes high and wide. That was taking about 30 yards out. 3
players with combined 17 goals. Okay, then they're leaders. I was looking at the assist column, and then like everyone has 3.
Yeah.
So there's pretty even distribution. Everyone contributes to the offensive effort for the Missouri Valley Vikings.
Not quite like last year when it was just really an offensive machine. But this Valley team has gotten better as the year has gone on. They lost some early games and, of course, some early conference games. And we talked to Vlade Simic. This play is onside. Good job coming out to make the play was Aaron Kunda. That was almost one-on-one.
Yeah, Aaron Kunda doesn't make that slide and take that ball. He walks in.
Hustling down for Grandview at Johnny Clarence. You know, these two schools mirror each other a lot, and obviously Grandview's in Des Moines, one of the major cities in Iowa, the capital of Iowa. But in sports, both one football team's in the playoffs, the other maybe. They're the 2 top wrestling teams in the conference. Now they're playing for the men's soccer title. So these two programs, good competition as Grandview joined the Heart of America Conference a year ago.
They've just kind of stepped right in and made their mark right away.
Yeah, they did. This one is off.
And Alcaraz is down for Missouri Valley. They're trying to get back up. Cold night.
Yeah,
and getting cooler by the minute.
Yes, by the minute it's getting cooler, and it'll be probably be in the close to mid-30s by the time this match is over. Throw in comes from Sam Pugh. Gives it across to Tellis.
And Gravy's had some pretty sustained pressure in the first 7 or 8 minutes of this match. There hasn't been that that kind of feeling out period. They've just been push, 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 and kind of see what happens.
They sent that one through, tried to get that one off to Ireland, and the pass went by him. You cannot miss Mr. Unkunda tonight in that bright highlighter. Would you say it's more of a
yellow.
green,
Yeah,
yellow?
I'd say highlighter yellow. Meanwhile, Darnell Larson over on the other side, just hey, it's gold.
Yeah, gold. This is
It's
gold.
a nice gold.
Nice gold jersey, black shorts. Viking possession about midfield. No score. Heeman to throw it in. Referees even wearing the long sleeves tonight. This one headed by Russell. Battle for possession near midfield. And it'll be possession going to Grandview. Enrique hit the turf. He'll have control. No score first half, and that doesn't surprise anybody. This, in all likelihood, will be low scoring.
Well, it should be like 6-5 now that we've said that.
Yeah, it could be. But boy, how important it would be to get the early lead in this one. The winner gets to play more next week in the national tournament. Whoever wins this will be on the road.
They're calling Luke Russell a little push. Be a free kick for Grandview.
Played about 10 minutes.
Part of that sustained pressure.
Yep.
Valley hasn't had a whole lot of action on the left side of the field, so it's been Grandview pretty much dictating the tempo so far.
Here's Sam Blackman.
Blackman leads Grandview with 9 assists on the year.
Blackman's over there around with Enrique. "35 minutes to go in the half. Nice footwork. Sends this one out in front, headed toward the goal. It's in.
And there it is, Sam Blackman with a little lob out in front of the net, and
we'll wait and see who got the goal. If Blackman got it, lobbed it out in front, and it was headed in. We'll see on the replay if we can see who got the goal.
I believe it was number 4, Jordan Lucas.
Yeah, I think it was Lucas. I believe it was Lucas, number 4. So Lucas gets the goal. And boy, that
puts a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure now.
Valley.
A lot of pressure. I know a lot of minutes to be played, but a lot of pressure. Here come the Vikings right away. Valley with a shot, and this one is saved by Larson. So Larson gets the save, but the Vikings come right after him, trailing 1-0 on that goal by Lucas. Good assist by Blackman. You're right, it's early in this match, but that puts the pressure on the Vikings now.
Well, in the first 10 minutes, the pace had been dictated by Grandview, and the bulk of the action had been on that south end of the field. And only now they're down has Valley really putting any pressure on this north side.
Vikings send it across to...
But there is a lot of time.
Martoro. Vikings trying to keep it in right in front of the Grandview bench, and they do. Good job by Martoro. Sent all the way back in, and Cantar gets it back to Irankunda. Now Luke Russell. One 0 Grandview with the lead early in this first half. Vikings missed the pass, and it'll be handled by Grandview.
Yeah, McLaren couldn't come up with it. It was a little, had some mustard on it, but probably a play that he thinks he should have made.
Corey Hill, number 3, one of the defensemen for the Grandview Vikings. Picked it up and sent it back downfield. Now the Vikings want to hurry. Pascallo to Heeman, back to the middle, knocked away, sent away.
Good read by the defenseman to see that pass coming.
Now here's McLaren. Sends it in, and diving for the save is Larson. And tumbling over the top of Larson is Alcaraz. And now Larson's going to go down as well. So Alcaraz,
I think they hit knees.
yeah, tumbled over the top of Larson as Larson came sliding out to get that. Alcaraz is still down. Larson's up. He was a little shaken up. That stops the clock with 32:12 remaining. Alcaraz still down. Grandview with a 1-0 lead. And we'll check out Alcaraz here.
And we're going to take a look at the replay here in a second. And we'll see Pascallo crash, or Alcaraz crashing, and then, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Knee on knee.
Knee on knee. And
Larson popped up pretty quickly. And
Alcaraz still down.
Alcaraz stayed down.
Yeah, Larson kind of got up a little gimpy, but he's trotting around. He's kind of jogging around now.
Let's get out of it.
And they're still working on Alcaraz. Let's hope he'll be all right.
Again, a tough night
Yeah, for that.
to clang knees like that.
Now he's going to get up, or at least try to get up. Help to his feet. A little shaken up. He's going to try to stay in there, I think. Yeah, knee on knee. That doesn't feel good. Nice crowd for Valley here, and a few Grandview fans here, but Valley with a nice crowd. Now he's going to come out, I think. Let's see if Lottie's going to sub or going to leave him in.
Looks like he's taking a nice march off to the field, yeah.
Here you can see it's a knee on knee there. Doing a couple bends to see if he can't loosen that knee up here a little bit. Yeah, I think he's going to try to stay in. He is, I believe. He is. So Larson has it, and we're back in action. We've played about
13 minutes.
13 minutes. And once again, it's 1-0. Vikings trailing. They get it to Limbert. George lets it go out, and he'll have the throw in. Good job by Russell. So throw in coming in for Grandview. Right in front of their own bench, that's Sam Pugh. He had that nice assist earlier.
Pretty clever little give and go there for the Vikings. Limbert just passed in front. The ball was just a little, or cross in front. The pass was just a little bit behind him. Otherwise, he might have broken free.
Throw in, knocked out by Heeman. So once again, Grandview will have it. Throws in. This one's headed out. No one can get possession here on the side. I see down on the table in front of us they have the trophy that's going to be given to the winner of the match tonight. The conference trophy, the tournament trophy. More importantly, that trophy is the fact you get to keep playing. These two teams were not, obviously, in the top 4 seeds. Valley's path to the championship game. They defeated Central Methodist 2-1 to move into the semifinal. Send this one in. Larson has it. And then they played at Mid-America Nazarene and won that game 1-0 double overtime. Or excuse me, won that game 1-0. Mid-America had won their game over William Penn 1-0 in double overtime. Then on the other side, Grandview upset Baker 4-1, while Benedictine was defeating Mount Mercy, and then Grandview over Benedictine 3-0. So Grandview's been scoring some goals here in this conference tournament. Little discussion between the referee and a couple of the
It's Manis for Grandview and
Correa
for Valley. Just maybe talking about what they're going after the match.
Sure. And they're still kind of getting after each other. Throw in for Heeman and the Vikings, who trail 1-0. We're in the first half of this conference championship match. You know, it's chilly, but you cannot complain about the weather we've had all fall for football and soccer. This isn't bad. And this is probably the last night on this. Well, it would be, because if the Viking football team makes the playoffs, they'll be on the road, and soccer wins, they'll be on the road. So this is it for fall sports on this field. We'll wait for lacrosse in the spring.
It'll be here in a blink.
It will be. It will be here before we'll be talking lacrosse before you know it. Baseball, softball.
It seems like these seasons just started.
Man. Yeah, there's 3 weeks to go in classes in this semester. Actually, 2.5, a short week for Thanksgiving.
Who's more excited about that, us or the
I think
students?
we are.
Yeah.
Especially if the Viking football team makes the playoffs, then you'll be preparing for that all week. Next thing you know, that'll be, wow. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon, about 4 o'clock, about that. I think Vikes get a corner here, their first corner of the evening. Trailing 1-0, and fans kind of getting into it over here.
Correa taking the kick, and
Bray with a left foot sends it in low. And possession will go to Grandview. 26 minutes to go in this first half. One 0 Grandview with the lead. They got the goal from Jordan Lucas, and that's been it.
But Grandview's had good sustained pressure throughout the bulk of the play so far.
They really have. Vikings will have possession.
That's twice they've had Valley restart because they've tried to restart way ahead of where the incident took place, and then go back do it again.
Well, you can't blame them for trying.
Nope.
Battle for possession near midfield. This one sent up the left side. Viking defense is back, and this goes all the way back to Aaron Kunda. You pointed out Aaron Kunda, very good season. Giving up 22 goals in 20 starts. But unfortunately gave up the one tonight. It was a good play to score against him on the header. Play on the far side. Vikings now try to go on the attack. Limbert. That's footwork by George. Sends it to the middle. Then off to the right side. Sends this one in. Still onside. And Heeman can't.
They just couldn't settle the ball. That play was set up. Just couldn't get to settle down for the shot.
Now the Vikings trying to put some pressure on here. Heeman, left side, sends it out in front. And this one goes all the way across. And will go out on the far side. 1-0. 23 minutes to go in the first half. Jesus is directing tonight. Who's running camera tonight? Juliana?
We have Ricardo Padilla on one of the cameras and Chris Wallace on the other.
All right. Hope they're bundled up.
Well, I know Chris, after the football game, went and grabbed a couple more layers.
Found a few more layers of clothing.
And I was having at the alumni tent after the football game, talking with Danielle Durham, and she's like, it's gonna be chilly. I'm like, it's getting colder by the minute. I can feel it as the sun is going down. I can feel the temperature dropping, and I'm gonna go for a walk because I need to stay warm.
Here's a shot. Good job by Here in Kunda, one hopper to it.
That ball kind of skipped off the
Yes,
turf.
it did. Turf might be getting just a little wet too. You never know as that temperature drops. Heeman into Lambert. George has it knocked away from him. Russell now retreats for the Vikings. Back to Aaron Kunda.
That was Sam Pugh that intercepted that throw, and that's two nice reads by Grandview players to disrupt Missouri Valley. I keep wanting to say Viking, but it's
Viking.
so
Yeah,
generic. I
I'm
can't even
with
do
you.
it. I'm stopping. They interrupt Missouri Valley's offensive flow.
It's hard not
off
to.
that throw in.
I guess we go Valley and GVU. Grandview, GV and Valley. Both sets of Vikings, and they both do very well in sports.
Be a goal kick for Grandview. That ball was just a little too tall for Limbert.
20 minutes, just a little over 20 minutes to go in this first half. And Grandview leading 1-0. The championship game of the men's postseason conference tournament. Vikings trying to keep it in on that right side. Look out. Limbert with a push. And that was a pretty significant push against Sam Pugh. Pugh went down, back up. Oh,
There's nothing malicious about the push. It was just they collided, and Pugh took a nice little dive onto the turf. And George knew it and walked off.
Valley really has not had that many good opportunities, have they, in the first part of this
They had
match?
one chance in front where the ball wouldn't settle, and that's been about it. The one play off a corner kick, and that was not even much of a chance. Grandview defensed it very well.
Grandview possession. That early goal. We have a half plus, 18 minutes left, 19 minutes left, but you almost get the feeling the Vikings couldn't get down 2-0 here. They'd really be in trouble.
Well, they didn't score the first time the two teams played, so I don't think you want to go 135 minutes and be down, or not having scored any of it and then be down 2. I guess 135 and change with overtime.
Yep. A lot of minutes. Lottie starting to pace a little bit in front of the Valley bench. Blair Reed, head coach Grandview. Here's Limbert on the left side. Can he control it? No. Grandview's going to bring it the other way.
And there's Sam Pugh again.
He's a pretty good player, isn't he? We called his number a lot, number 18.
And Blackman just fired the ball to his own bench. I'm not sure if he realized where he was, but
right by Blair Reed, the head coach. Blair was standing there, and the ball whistled right by him.
I don't think he saw it. It was that much of a shot.
Send this one up the right side to the Vikings, or rather to the Grandview Vikings.
And they've been putting a lot of pressure on Missouri Valley defenseman Luke Wilson. It's been a couple times where he's had to have his head on a swivel to see which way to turn, in order to not turn into the offensive pressure.
This time Larson just rolls it to one of his defensemen.
This is the type of pace that I kind of expected in the first 10, 15 minutes of the game where, you know, you're just kind of going to feel each other out. Grandview came with that quick pressure and has kind of settled since then. There's been a couple rushes. That shot goes wide left. But nothing as sustained as it was until they got that first goal. They had a couple rushes after that, and it's been kind of, let's just see what happens and feel it out since then.
That shot was taken by Alcaraz. Football today, a busy day. 2 basketball games going on, this soccer match. So the athletic crew very, very busy. Limbert can't control. Send this one all the way back for Kantar. And here come the Vikings on the attack. Get it to the middle, but knocked away again very nicely as they're trying to get that one into Martinez.
And that was Daniel Cosma on the read that time.
I'm impressed with this Grandview defense so far. Nice move by Heeman, sends it right through the legs of one of the Grandview players, but
got it through one, couldn't get through the second one.
That's right. Now the other way, here's Ireland. One of the Grandview players knocked to the turf.
It's Clarence that went down, got spun down.
Vikings will have a throw in. That clock is moving. Under 15 minutes to go in the first half.
I have to think it'd be a lift for Missouri Valley to get an equalizer before the end of the first half.
Trying to get it to Limbert. It is onside. George tracks it down in the corner. This one is sent out. By Corey Hill, number 3. So Heeman will have the throw in. Vikings on the attack, send it all the way to their right side, all the way across. Nice move. Mortoro. Vikings still have possession.
Couldn't get around Enrique on that right side. And sent out. It'll be a corner kick for Valley.
Corner for Valley here on the far side. And here it is. Bends it in. Still loose in front. Vikings keep it in the Grandview end. Out in front. Shot. Oh, just over the top. And Limbert hangs his head. He was right in front. And I don't know if Larson got a fingertip on that or not.
It looked like he did, but it would be just a glancing blow if he did. And Limbert he hit it well.
Bascalo comes in. And I think also coming in for Valley was Illich. Oros Illich. And Limbert is out right now. George saying, man, I was right there. And he fired the shot just just missed. That one gets all the way through, but Aaron Kunda's there.
I'm inclined to give Larson credit for the deflection, but I didn't hear it hit his hand.
Yeah.
And so I think Limerick shot it wide, but
it was
very close either way.
Mortoro had it for a moment for the Vikings. Good slide there by Heeman.
Nope, apparently not.
Oh, boo, say the Valley fans. Getting ready to come in for Grandview.
Giagrande and Graving.
Sam Graving. Trying to stay warm on the sideline before they come in. 1-0 Grandview. Clock continues to wind. If you're watching, obviously you can see the clock on the. Thanks to Chaz Matty, we now have a clock on our live stream screen, which many had said we requested, and you found a way to do it.
Yep, Ireland and Lucas coming out. And it's one of those things, just playing around with a machine, like, hey, we can do this. I just need a couple signal converters and some cable.
Yeah, that works. Vikings try to get something going here as we're getting later and later in the first half. Battle for possession in midfield. Yeah, this Grandview team kind of impresses me. Come up the left side here on the attack again to the middle. Look out, it's loose there.
Good defense in the middle there by Missouri Valley. That had opportunity written all over it for Grandview. And that pass just a little too far ahead for Martinez.
And battling for possession there for the Vikings was Illich. You could maybe hear in the background some of the Valley Viking fans cheering and chanting. They're sitting down to our right. The Grandview fans who are here down below to our left.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, a little bit high and outside. Here in Kunda with a goal kick. And that's headed by Martinez. Back to Heeman. Heeman to Correa. Correa with some good footwork. Once again, taken away by Grandview. So now one of the Grandview players is down. I believe that's
Rodrigo Mancella, Rodrigo Manis. Nope, that's Blackman.
Yeah.
Number 9, not 8. Okay.
He's tough. He's going to stay in there. One 0. Grandview with the lead. Winner wins the postseason conference tournament and a berth in the national tournament. There's a shot. Larson has to dive to his left to save it. There were a few bodies there, and I'm not sure Larson saw that until it got right up on him. Able to go to his left.
The last 5 or 6 minutes has been the best offensive pressure that Missouri Valley's had all night. Just haven't solved Larson yet.
Valley with possession in their own end. Illich. Ooh, that pass was by one of the Vikings.
I think it skipped by Alcaraz. I think he was expecting a different type of bounce and didn't get it.
Vikings keep it in the corner on the far side. Send this one out in front, but right to Larson.
Really no one on the backside of the goal there for Valley to take advantage of it, and Larson made an easy play.
Once again, the Vikings can't handle the pass, and so it comes the other way. .640 to go in this first half. Vikings trail, Valley trail 1-0. Trying to set something up in the middle. Good job by Martinez. Martoro. Heeman keeps it in play in front of the Grandview bench.
There's a handball that was missed.
Martoro sends it all the way across to the right side.
That was the reaction from the Valley crowd. Will they play on?
Back to midfield. 5:44 first half. 1-0 Grandview. The Vikings like to at least get this thing tied by the half. Alcaraz weaving through traffic. Sends it all the way to the right side. This one blocked. That has to sting on a nice cold night.
I think they're asking for why wasn't it I mean, it hit off his side. It should have been. They're asking why it wasn't a handball. Maybe they did get it.
Valley has possession here.
I'm not sure why he was gesturing to the ground then. It's bizarre.
Oh, that hits the post and it's headed in. And this match is tied. Kick hit the post. And then was headed in. We are tied. And we'll check the replay to get the goal. Alcaraz with the kick. And he sent it in. It hit the post. Came back out and was headed in.
Hit the top part of the post, hit at the crossbar, hit the left post, and came right out. I'm not sure it wasn't in on off the inside post.
It might have
been. It may have crossed the line there. It was headed in.
I'll have to go check and see who that goal was. Who scored the goal?
Was
it Martoro?
Yep.
Martoro scored the goal? Okay. So it's 1-1. As that one was headed in. There we go. Fresh match now. We wind down the first half. That was big.
And I mentioned earlier, Valley like to get that equalizer heading right before the half, at least before the half ended. And with about, here we are in the 41st minute. There they get it.
Now the crowd is fired up. As Grandview with possession in front of the Valley bench.
And here comes the pressure again from Grandview.
Last few minutes of this first half, tied at 1. on us. Number 8. And they'll send this one all the way back to Hill. Could be possession for Grandview, and the Valley bench, the Valley crowd didn't like that decision.
Yeah, but Alcaraz got him. He first contact, and Blackman took the worst of it.
3 minutes to go. And McDonald Twasterang gets set to come in for Grandview. Was number 13, is Twasterang.
Almost like Grandview's trying to run a weave there, like in basketball, with the way Enrique and Blackman were positioning themselves and moving around.
Good stop by Aaron Kunda. He quickly brings it ahead. Last few minutes of the first half.
And Martinez just couldn't get control of it.
2 minutes to go first half.
To really force the issue.
Let's see if the Vikings can come down. Mortoro, he has 1 goal. Then to the left now it is, oh, that was headed away at the last moment. Vikings had someone there. Grandview keeps it in. Now knocked out by Valley Russell. 1:49 and counting. First half, 1-1.
That was Alcaraz cutting behind that play a minute ago. It's like he seems to have run off the effects of that knee-on-knee collision earlier. At least for now. We'll wait and see what happens tomorrow after it stops moving.
Nice centering pass, still loose in front. Vikings have to play good D, and then goes right to Aaron Kunda.
And that was almost very unfortunate for Valley. I tried to clear it. It hit another Valley player's back and shot straight up into the air. And Grandview is a player down on the right side.
And just laying
there.
Laying there. Not moving.
That's Enrique.
Yeah. Enrique. We're in the final minute of this first half, 1-1. And now Coach Blair Reed. Heading out there to check with Enrique.
Like he collided with someone.
Yeah, he took
at the
a pretty
very
good
end.
shot. It looked like he collided with Alcaraz. So play is halted with 54 seconds to go in the half. He's up. Everyone trying to kind of stay loose here in this cool evening. And he will come off. I think that's going to bring Craig Johnston into the contest.
Are they going through? Looks like they're. It's a concussion protocol. Looking at his eyes.
Maybe right now. Does this surprise you? Another sport. Alexis Boyd Lockett, who plays basketball for the women, got a concussion in practice. Got elbowed by one Deidre McCoy. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me. Nothing against Deidre. She just
No,
she
just plays that hard.
Plays hard.
Well, she said I got an elbow, and she said it was unintentional, but concussion. I said, Deidre McCoy, right? She goes, yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah.
I said, well, that's just how hard she plays.
Deidre McCoy's like Bill Lambier in a
Oh
5'6"
boy!
package.
Oh, if you were playing a it's loose out in front now. If you were playing in a pickup game with her, you'd say, "Hey, take it easy. It's just a pickup game." I bet she goes 110 miles an hour there too. All right, that's it for the half. Pretty good half. 1-1 is our score. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half. Winner goes to the national tournament. We're in the Heart of America Conference Final on Greg Mitchell Field. Back with the second half in just a few minutes. Well, we get set for the second half. 1-1 is our score. 45 minutes. Will we decide this thing in 45 minutes? We're about to find out. Vikings are now moved from left to right, and Grandview from right to left. I should say Valley. Again, both teams are the Vikings. Grandview's goal, Jordan Lucas. Vikings goal, Martoro. Well, it was 0-0 the last time they played. It's 1-1 here with a half to go.
We said at the outset, two evenly matched teams, and both with a lot to play for. So 1-1 after a half. I'm not very surprised by that.
All right, here we go. Second half is underway, and I guess, Chaz, in that first half, you would have to say that Grandview probably, controlled the action for most of for more minutes in that first half, wouldn't you think?
I think so. They came out very strong in the very beginning, controlled it for probably 15 or 20 minutes, then kind of settled back a little bit and allowed the Missouri Valley to press the issue a little bit, and then try to make a push at the end.
Well, it's 1-1, and these two teams know what's at stake.
And whatever was their trainers looking at Enrique at the end of the first half, either it was for concussion protocol or whatever, but he's back on the field.
Okay, so everything was good there, and that's good to see. Illich remains in for the Vikings here to start the second half, number 23. Alex Cordon, number 2. Possession to Grandview. Grandview scored their goal relatively early in that first half. Comes Valley, Cordon with it. Stops, right side, trying to get away from a defender. Keeps it in play, sends it out in front. Mortoro with a left foot. Now it's knocked away.
That was blocked a couple of times. Luis Tellis was a defender that Cordon was trying to get around. I believe it was blocked in front by either Massins. I believe it was blocked in front by Manis.
Possession to Grandview. Vikings back defensively. And looks like Grandview was able to keep that one in. Now it goes out, down in front of us. Both teams also have those big heaters, those what I call salamander heaters behind the bench. So try to put some heat there too.
I don't remember those being there in the first half. That might have been a request or an addition.
Uh-oh. For a moment, I thought the Vikes might, Valley might get a shot off there, but good defense by Grandview. It's offside. That's Clarence.
That's Clarence, yep. Just a little ahead of the ball.
Cordon for the Vikings. Vascallo with the header. When these matches are kind of fun. These two teams know we win, we're national tournament bound. We lose, season over. So kind of intense here in this last. It'll be intense this last 41 minutes. Corden sends it right between the legs of one of the Grandview players. Now out in front, but knocked away again. Good defense.
It was right through the wickets of Enrique for Corden.
Still in play, and I think they're going to get Alcaraz here in the push. Darnell Larson in goal for Grandview. Patrick Irankunda for Valley. Toro has the one goal. He sets this attack in motion. To the middle. Knocked away.
Again, just couldn't get it to settle. He was wide open. There was no one near him.
Martinez.
And how that ball settles, he's able to take a couple strides and really get a good look at the net.
Just couldn't do it. That was Martinez, number 7. Grandview possession. At least try to get possession. Tellis had it for a moment.
Good passing, just a little bit behind Enrique there on the cut. And it went out of bounds and Viking throwing.
Now Valley trying to mount an attack. Again, it's knocked away. Alcaraz looks a little frustrated. 38.5 minutes to go. And this one will go all the way back to Irankunda.
That ball rocketed off of Clarence. Not sure that was just trying to get it to control for the dribble, or just trying to shoot it ahead and then chase it.
Vikings are on side here. Here's a shot, and that one rolls wide right. Larson came out, and that ball was just bouncing, rolling, and just rolled wide right.
That's Alcaraz again, and Larson all tangled up again after that play was over. But it's corner kick.
Corner, and here it is. Headed up in the air. Vikings try to keep it in. They do. Another shot, and this one goes high, wide right.
That one was almost kicked to the street.
Fosterang comes in. Fosterang wears number 13. Name is spelled T-S-H-W-A-R-A-N-A-N-G, and coach said they just called him McDonald.
I don't blame him.
So McDonald's into the game.
McDonald made a nice play.
Yep. Who's going to get that big goal here now? Tied at 1. About a 4-hour trip from Marshall to Des Moines.
Oh, he got a yellow card.
Ooh, yellow card.
That's on Clarence.
He kind of has the palms up like, what did I do? But he got the yellow card, the first of the night.
Well, he made the foul, then pretty much just started walking away. Like, okay, I made the foul, and the yellow card came out. I think that's why the palms went up. It's like, why the yellow? Did it warrant the yellow? And looking at the replay, I mean, he knows he made a foul.
Yeah, I can see that after the foul. He kind of puts his hands up on his head. But
so it goes.
Vikings on the far side. They're onside here. And good job by the defense to knock that one away. Nice pass. Vikings get it back. Alcaraz working that boundary on the right side, and he's shoved.
A clothesline from McDonald.
And Alcaraz rolling around on the turf right in front of the Viking bench.
We're going to look at it on the replay, and as Alcaraz goes forward, yep, McDonald's right arm is out there. And
right about the throat.
Yeah, it was unintentional.
Yep.
It
was unintentional.
Caught him just in the right spot.
Alcaraz says, I'm going to be tired and sore in the morning.
Well, and Correa is making the kick here. As the Vikings made their last push, someone tried to clear. The ball stuck Correa right in the chest. And the next 3 or 4 seconds, he had his hands in, just like, ow, that hurt.
Sends this one in. It hooks toward. Larson comes way out and gets a hand on it. Sends it out toward midfield. Pretty good play by Larson there, because that ball's going to come down in the crowd. Vikings. Oh, they're going to whistle. Well, offside.
No, they whistle a push.
Whistle push. I guess that's why he was open. Boo, say the fans. The Valley fans down to our right. 35 minutes to go. This one's going to come all the way back here in Kunda. Men's basketball game, I'm sure, is about underway now. Vikings trying to penetrate that defense.
Oh, and a lazy pass.
Shot, and Larson had it go off his chest, off his knee, but fortunately for him, there was nobody else there.
There was Biscalo on the shot. I think it hit Martinez cutting in front and deflected a little bit. I think it deflected at Larson, and Larson kind of botched the play a little bit, sending it back out, and there was no one there for Valley, but the ball took a funny angle off something.
I know the women won tonight 78-47 over Culver Stockton, and the men were leading at halftime. But the women's basketball tonight goes to Valley 78-47 over Culver Stockton. They're now 4-0.
4-0.
And the men lead Culver Stockton 36-34. That's at the half. 36-34.
I wonder how far back in the history book we have to go to figure out the last time Missouri Valley women's basketball team started the season 4-0.
I think 3-0 was in 2002 or 2003, so you may have to obviously go, maybe it was that year or obviously before.
And the referee holding another Congress.
Rayola ready to come in. Rayola ready to come in. 1-1 here. Next basketball game will be Wednesday night. Joe and I will be in Peru, Nebraska.
Good back check by the
Martinez keeps it alive for Valley. He slips and goes to the turf. Vikings trying to keep the pressure on here, but 33 minutes remaining. Grandview Vikings. Oh, they keep that one in, and now McDonald sends it over the goal line.
It's going to be a corner kick.
I believe it was last touch. No, or was it?
Yeah, Cantor kicked it out. Cantor tried to kick it off someone, and the ball shot straight up into the air. It almost turned into a 2-on-1, and then he kicked it out for the corner kick.
So it's going to be a corner. And it's 1-1 match. Rayola's in. Jordan Lucas, the goal scorer for Grandview, is out. Corner. Good job by the Vikings to clear. And it goes all the way across. Grandview trying to keep it in. Good job by Illich. Who's getting the yellow here?
Did he give it? I'm not sure he did. It would have been on Correa, I believe, but I never saw it go up. He pulled it out of his pocket.
Maybe not.
And then kind of waved it around.
Maybe not. Didn't give it to anybody, did he?
Yeah, I don't think so. Did a lot of gesturing like he was conducting an orchestra. And then it never went up into the air, though. But it did get pulled from the pocket.
Cosma. Put it in play. This one headed back toward Irankunda, and he is able to come up with it.
Good communication there by Val. I think Irankunda was yelling, let it go, let it go, let it go. And so it didn't get headed by the defenseman. It's Wilson on that side. Or Russell, I mean.
Vikings have a shot, and this one will be saved on a couple of bounces by Larson.
Yeah, it was deflected out in front.
1-1 as we play here in the second half. It's starting to get just a little bit rough out there.
Well, it's been physical all night, and it hasn't gotten too chippy yet.
Yeah, not chippy and not you know.
Nothing nefarious, but
No,
it's
just
good physical play.
Good physical play. Out in front. Donald gives chase. Ooh, that thing almost got through.
Late whistle.
Woo. That almost got through. All right. Clock moving. 29 minutes remaining. 1-1. Possession Grandview. And they'll have it about 25 yards out. And, Aaron Kunda has to come out and make a nice save.
Good tap by Blackman there. Try to curl that ball in to the far post. But Aaron Kunda was up to the task. And Grandview really getting much better sustained pressure the last several minutes. It's going to come and gone in waves for both teams, where it'll be a 2 or 3, 4 minute period with one team, and then 2 or 3 or 4 from the other.
And once again, a couple players go down.
Now it's a whistle every 30 seconds anymore.
That is Moscato, who was down for a moment. And he's all right. Cosmo will trigger it in for the Grandview club, and here it is. And that is offside anyway. It was headed toward Iracunda, made the play, but it was offside anyway. One is our score. Of course, getting to that part of the match, the next goal would be absolutely huge. I'll play on the far side. The Vikings can't save it in. 26 minutes to go, 26 and a half minutes. In a 1-1 conference championship battle. Grandview sent it up the side.
That was Cosmo trying to force the issue. Glad rejects it as Correa feeds to the far side.
Out in front. Oh, it's right there. The Vikings couldn't control it. And that was a yellow card.
That was a yellow, yep.
Illich.
That pass was going by. He just stuck his arm out and knocked it down.
So Illich gets a yellow. And I'm thinking it was Illich that was around the play that he almost pulled it out before. Grandview trying to keep this pressure on. Nice move. To the middle. There's a shot, and Aaron Kunda has to dive to his left.
That had some screwball action on it. That ball broke late.
Enrique.
And he is the leading scorer for Grandview with 14 goals on the year. So the ball on his foot's a dangerous prospect for Missouri Valley.
This will go out on the far side.
They made a nice move to get around Illich.
Yes, he did. And a good save. 1-1 score as we play on here in the second half of this conference championship match. One sent out in front. McDonald's going to get to it. Good job by the Vikings of Valley. And Corlin does a nice job to knock it away. Ulich tries to center it. And this one will roll all the way back to Larson. Illich with the header. Mortorell has the only goal for the Vikings as George Limbert ready to come back in. George came out, started the match, came out in the first half, and ready to go back in now.
In the last push, Valley was trying to hit, but Scalo cutting on the right side. I think he would have been offside anyway, but the play was intercepted in front.
23 minutes. So, boy, whoever scores, if anyone scores here, this would put the pressure on. Here's a shot way high. And Limbert will check in now. George, the leading goal scorer.
It's Martinez that came out.
Martinez comes out, gets a pat from Vlade Simic. Comes back here in Kunda, and he sends it into the Grandview territory. This one's sent down and then it's headed back. Illich trying to get control at midfield. 1-1 is our score. Mortorell. Yeah. Gonna play on.
Not that time, though.
Boy, the first time, the crowd thought there should have been a foul as Mascalo was knocked down.
And they got Raiola on the second one. Simone Raiola.
Sent out in front. Like you said, just good physical play in this game. Valley trying to knock it away from Grandview. Well, these teams know what's at stake, and another goal, whoever gets it, going to be absolutely huge. Wow. Now they stopped.
Yeah,
play.
well, they shot the ball back after as the whistle was being blown, and the ref took it right in the shin.
Yeah, he's kind of limping around a little bit. Yeah.
I think they're laughing about it. I can't tell.
About 35 yards out is where Grandview will have it. Wow.
It came off of him, I think, a little faster than it hit him.
Yeah. And he was limping for a little while. He said,
he's still trying to stretch it out.
Here's a shot. This is going to be high. And
it's high and wide, and it's making its way to Little Morrison Gym.
the crowd is bundled up and anticipating a fun finish here.
And
bringing both coaches together here. Vlade Simic, Blair Reed. And now he's saying something to Blair Reed after talking to Vladimir Simic. Let's see. Ready to come in for Valley is McLaren. He started the match. I have no idea what that little discussion was about.
Well, it looks like it's going down the chain of command about something.
From the Vikings, can they get the pass to the middle? It's knocked away. Under 20 minutes to go. I think the Vikings are going to get a corner kick here. I'm not sure the fans are excited because of what's going on or just trying to stay warm.
I think it's a little both.
McLaren will come in now. Vikings will have this corner kick. Limber trying to get as close to the front of that goal as he can. And here it is, out in front, and headed away, still loose. And it goes behind the goal.
Yeah, that was a foul called in front. So even if Valley had managed to put it on net, it wouldn't have mattered.
18 and a half minutes remaining. Says Zluk Zauer is ready to come in. Zlokzauer, I should say, yep. Zlokzauer wears number 7. This is offside. Clarence was offside. He has some speed.
That's twice he's gotten around Russell on the other side there. He's been offside both times, but he's gotten around Russell twice.
1-1. Who's going to get that goal that might send one of these teams to the national tournament? Zlokzauer comes into the game.
And Manas comes out.
This one goes out right by the Grandview bench. Ireland unable to keep it in. So throw in here for the Vikings of Valley. I still can't. You have to go Valley and Grandview. Vikings. If we say the Vikings, it's just a team in white. That's Grandview. It's a team in orange. It's Missouri Valley now. The referee hustling in.
A lot of clutching and grabbing going on as both players are trying for the ball. They're going to call Valley with the foul. I think this is again to prevent it from getting
Yes.
It becoming nothing it shouldn't be. So again, good physical play, but the ref's out to make it stay pretty clean.
Clock moving, 15:48. Kick coming 15 yards out, left side. Out in front, and a whiff on it. Oh, sent it out front. to Zloxauer, and he pretty much whiffed on it. Now out in front, and that ball is tapped away at the last moment. Trying to keep the pressure on Grandview. Getting serious now, 15 minutes to go. Alcaraz, nice move. Brings it back to the middle. Martoro with a left foot.
Oh, just wide.
No! I had to pause. I thought maybe it went in. That was just wide. To the left.
That was close.
Oh, both.
We're going to look at a replay, and Alcaraz with a nice move to get around McDonald.
Both benches exploded.
Fed the middle, and control, good left foot.
Oh, it just wide. There's no way Larson makes that save if it's on goal. Now this one out in front, it's still loose. Oh. Martoro had the left foot and just missed. Vikings now with the pressure. Here they come. Staying onside. Martoro again keeps it into Alcaraz. Alcaraz into the corner to Corden. He's tripped. Now he's down. .37 to go. Been some chances here. And both these teams know, obviously, what's at stake. Vikings will have the throw in. Winding down to the 13-minute mark out in front. Larson grabs that one.
And Lindbergh was lurking on the backside if that ball had squared through, but Larson snagged it.
Larson sends it across midfield. Oh, good defense by the Vikings. Looks like by Valleys. It looked like Grandview had a 2-on-1 there. Now here come the Vikings on the attack. Back to the middle. Knocked away by Grandview. Left side.
Offside.
And they were already offside. 12:09 and counting in regulation. 1-1.
Yeah, Enrique on the left wing here just crept past Corden and it was flagged for it.
Who's going to get the goal? Warming up is Sam Graving for Grandview. Lindbergh was ready for the header. One of the defensemen got there, one of the Grandview players got there ahead of him. Graving will check in now. Players and coaches on both benches standing again for the excitement of the match and also because it's cold. Trying to stay warm.
Did anyone come off? 1, 2, 3.
Vikings doing a good job. Valley doing a good job defensively. Now Valley works it up the left side. Grandview trying to get control. This is going to be onside. Good defense.
I think we mentioned earlier that turf might be getting a little slick because of the cool temperatures and some dew, and Blackman just couldn't stop.
Yeah, he could. He tried to stop,
and
couldn't
slid.
do it. Missouri Valley with possession.
I think the middle of the field is pretty much worn where it really can't slicken up much, but those end zones, especially with that paint, maybe a little bit more treacherous.
Grandview gets the corner turn. The Vikings of Valley knock it away. Ten minutes of regulation. Winner goes to the Nationals. That's how important this next 10 minutes could be. Here's a shot. Oh, just over the top. Aaron Kunda went up there, reached as high as he could. Don't know if he got his fingertips on it or not, but it was high and over the bar.
He didn't. It's a goal kick. The Grandview bench saying yes, he did. But no one else really said much of anything, so goal kick it is.
Grandview, Missouri Valley. Who's going to get that goal? Who say the fans? The foul's called on McLaren. $9:15 to go. Enrique slow to get up. Hooks this one in, but it's headed away. Can the Vikings catch up with that pass? Knocked away. 8:35 remaining.
And Daniel Cosman won the foot race there.
Wow.
Kick it out.
Corden for Valley. Slips it in. Here's a shot, and this one goes just wide right.
And I'll tell you what, they caught Larson leaning. Larson was leaning to his right. That ball was shot to Larson's left along the right post. If that ball curls in, it beats him.
Bosquello took the shot. So goal kick. Mortoro with the header. McDonald gives it back to Larson. Illich, left side for Valley. Knocked away again. Illich, nowhere to go, so he'll send it back to midfield to Kantar. Illich, a battle going on there, and Illich tackles one of the Grandview players. Correa ready to come in for Missouri Valley. Is this onside? I believe it is. To the left. Enrique back out. Nice footwork. The Valley sends it away.
And Corden just kicked out as far as he could. Basically get it out of the zone. You have Enrique lurking over there, the Grandview's leading scorer. And just get it out and let reset the defense.
Well, we'll see. Might be headed for overtime the way this one's going. 6.5 to go.
Well, it was the 41st minute of the first half for Missouri Valley.
Well, that's true.
Notched its to goal, so all it takes is one good rush and a well-placed shot.
Grandview sends it in.
But the pressure's really been coming from Grandview in terms of offensive pressure the last several minutes. Valley had that one shot. Otherwise, it's been Grandview living on the north end of the field.
Battle for possession around midfield. Grandview will send it in, and that another tackle out of bounds, and these two are about ready to square off. Getting a little bit physical.
Time's ticking.
Yep.
A little more urgency in everyone's step. And Correa coming in. Illich coming out.
5 minutes remaining. In regulation, I should say. A cold night in Marshall, but right now, everyone's watching the action. Grandview will send it all the way in deep, but now there's another Valley player down.
That's a Grandview player.
Or Grandview player. 4:22 remaining. He's going to get up.
I think he took the worst of it when Iracunda came out, tried to knock that away.
1-1 is our score. 4:22 in regulation. Battle for possession here. See if Valley can put together one more run here. Corden. They'll work it to the left side. Trying to set something up here. This one goes deep, knocked out. Under 4 minutes. This one knocked away in the far side. Vikings will have the throw in here. Trying to get that winning goal as Valley keeps it in front. Shot blocked. One of the defensemen blocked that one. Vikings still trying to keep the pressure on. That's the Valley Vikings, and this one's sent up into the stands.
A butterfly now. I could have caught that.
Here come Valley again.
That was Cosmo with the block on that shot a minute ago.
Boy, that was a good big block, too.
I'm not sure if it was intentional or he just turned and it happened to glance off of him.
2:44 to go, regulation.
The right spot, the right time.
And Corden's going to get a foul, and he's going to get a yellow card, I believe. Yep. That's the third for the Vikings. Or second, I can't remember. Second or third yellow. Yeah, you're down here to the last couple minutes of regulation. You know, if you score a goal here, you're probably going to win it. This one loose out in front. Grandview keeps it alive. Now they're going to keep it in the Valley end. Send it all the way across. And that goes out with only 2:17 to go. Well, Mr. Matty, it's starting to appear like we're going to have an extra session here tonight.
Starting to look that way. And why not? It's been a good game. Keep it going.
Playing for the conference tournament, championship. play a little extra.
And we said at the outset there wasn't much separating these two teams.
Both teams a first half goal, and that may be it for regulation. We'll see, because we're down to a minute 43. Valley trying to center something here. Grandview will send it in.
He was offside. Yeah, there you go.
And that was offside.
Graving was offside by 5 or 6 yards.
Minute and 16 seconds to go in regulation. This may be about the last run for Missouri Valley here in regulation. And Grandview sends it to midfield.
They just can't get it in.
Missouri Valley, one more shot, 54 seconds to go. Crowd on their feet. Here comes Valley off the left side. Gonna fire one out in front, and it's headed. Valley will keep it in. Just a few seconds now, 30 seconds to go. Corden pushes it off to the left side. Now to Alcaraz, turns with the left foot, and Larson comes out of goal for it. So it looks like, again, with 19 seconds to go, we're going to head to an overtime. For the conference championship, it's tied at 1. This one high to the right side, and that's going to do it. We are going to an overtime. So we'll take a break, get our camera folks to come in and warm up just a bit, and we'll play some extra time here in the championship game.
Oh, they're holding.
Well, play a little more tonight. Conference championship on the line. They put 10 minutes on the clock. We're tied at 1. I tell you what, our video crew doing an excellent job on this cold night. It is cold, and our video crew doing a heck of a job. So here we go.
First to score.
First to score, and that's it.
So it'll be 10 minutes. If no one scores, 10 more minutes. No one scores, we go to kicks.
Go kicks. And a berth in the national championship on the line. Well, what's going on here? Didn't have a ball.
Didn't have a ball. Can't play without a ball.
Didn't have a ball. Couldn't find a ball. All right, here we go. In sudden death or sudden victory overtime, whichever you prefer. And Grandview gets the first possession. Valley takes it back. Pretty spirited now, knowing that goal, that's it. Then we'll play 10 minutes. If nobody scores, take a quick break, play 10 more, and then it's PKs. Sam Blackman here out, and Aaron Kunda has to come out, and does. And they'll just roll it ahead for Valley. Valley working that left side to Martinez. All the way back across, headed away. Corden battling with Denton, Ireland for that loose ball a few moments ago. This one out. Roddy Simic with the left foot sends it back into play. Throw in here for Sam Pugh. Last year, of course, Missouri Valley made it all the way to the national semifinals in Florida. And they take a look at Martolo. Grandview with possession. And a shot. And Aaron Kunda there. Boy, that just kind of opened up for that shot, didn't it?
Good look. But Aaron Kunda saw it all the way. No traffic in front for Grandview on that.
First goal wins it. Here's one out in front, but nobody there for Grandview. They keep it in play, however. Now Valley takes it away. And sliding in
Clarence.
Was Clarence. He has received a yellow card. Several of the Vikings have. Seven minutes to go in the first overtime. Alcaraz. These two teams were not expected to be in this final. The seeds didn't hold up. Back to top 4 seeds. Lost Valley was the 5th seed. They're hosting. Martinez to the middle. And this one goes wide right. Valley had 2 excellent opportunities late in this match in regulation. Here comes the corner. And it hooking in front. Goes by the front of the goal. Valley keeps it in play. Good job. Boy. Now it goes, oh, that's in play all the way up the sideline. Now Corden finally slides and knocks it out. 5:19 overtime, number 1. Russell gives it back to Aaron Kunda. That one stays on the Viking side. This one will go out. Under 5 to go in the first overtime.
Again, the bulk of the pressures belong to Grandview in this first overtime.
Here's Martinez. Taken away from him. Grandview with the possession. Now to Martinez. Martinez tried to slip a pass through and it was knocked away.
That's Luxauer with the quick feet.
4:25 to go. Grandview on the attack. Vikings now in control on their own end. That was Kantar who had the nice defensive work. The next goal, if it's not into PKs, but if it's a goal in the next 15 minutes of playing time, this and the next overtime sends one of these teams to the national tournament. Long pass, it's in front, headed away. Under 4 minutes to go in overtime number 1. There have been no stoppages here. Vikings moving from right to left. Try to center one. Can't do that. Correa keeps it in to Martinez. Now, back out in front. Trying to slip it through to Martinez. Martinez, oh, had it knocked away. He was coming in from the left side, and one of these defensemen got there and knocked it away. Boy, for a moment.
Sam Pugh from Aberdeen, Scotland, came knifing in and kicked it out. Otherwise, it's one-on-one for Martinez.
Ooh, good job by Pugh. Corner kick coming for Valley as we wind down overtime number 1. This is Correa with it with a left foot. Out in front. Vikings missed the header, but they have a shot, and this one goes high.
Chances.
Chances, you are right.
So many chances.
Oh.
There goes Alcaraz in the shot.
And really, he had a good look at that. 2:22, overtime number 1. Well, this first overtime, the pressure's been put on by Valley.
Well, the last couple minutes, yes. But the first 5 minutes belong to Grandview.
Yeah. And here we go. 2 minutes to go in the first overtime. Heeman working that left side, knocked away. Clock moves under. 2 minutes to go in overtime. Heeman with the throw in. This one goes out. Viking possession. Have to hurry here. Minute 20, counting. Here's the throw in. Martinez keeps it alive out in front. Oh, a shot. Oh, what a save by Larson. Oh, what a save by Larson.
And a fantastic look for Illich.
Oh.
And Larson was up to it.
Hit him right in the chest, may have knocked him down, but he saved it. Heeman keeps it in. Still in play. Now they say it was out. Oh, I don't know.
Close.
It was close. Oh, Illich had it, shot, and Larson took it right off the chest. Wow.
Watching it on the replay, Martinez, a good feed, and it was settled right to him.
Oh, man.
And
you don't get a better look than that.
Fantastic shot, fantastic save.
Yep. Well, we're under a minute. In fact, we're down to the final few seconds of OT number 1. And it appears we're going to do it again. We will. So we're going to overtime number 2. 10 minutes, and after that, folks, it's penalty kick time. Who's gonna get the goal to send one of these teams to the Nationals? We'll be right back. Well, overtime number 1. Vikings had a couple of great opportunities. None better than the one by Illich in the last minute and a half. They give a lot of credit to Darnell Larson. Now we switch ends. Here we go. After this 10-minute period, if no one scores, we go to PKs. Grandview right now can thank Mr. Darnell Larson, the freshman goalkeeper out of Denmark. Cold night, but right now the fans enjoying this one. A lot of fans bundled up in blankets.
Almost a commentator bundled up in a blanket.
Yes.
It's pretty chilly.
Oh, thank goodness we have at least a little heat in here.
Yeah, I'm almost standing in it. And that's correct, almost standing in it.
Ooh. A cold night. It's a nice, clear night, and oh, it is cold. And getting colder. All right, here come the Vikings. Can we get a goal? Couldn't get a Valley. Here, can we get a goal? Somebody get a goal here in the in the second OT. We picked up a few viewers, so I'm sure the word's getting around that what's going on in this match.
It's been a heck of a match.
9:28. Remember, if no one scores in the next 9.5, we're going to have a little penalty kick action to decide who goes to the national tournament. PK for the Vikings. Or rather, a corner kick. Had PK's on my mind. Here's the kick. Out in front. It's still loose. Here's a shot. Now it's knocked away. Last moment. Vikings trying to keep the heat on. Impossible to keep the heat on, trying to keep the pressure on. Back to Aaron Kunda. Two of the lower seeds in the tournament. One of them's going to the Nationals. Grandview with a throw in. Knocked away, they'll get another one. Mortoro's going to get the foul. So here's Sam Blackman.
And Blackman tried curling one in from about this distance a little bit ago. We'll see what Grandview has up its sleeve.
And one other time he tried to get it over to Manus. This time he curls it in for the header, and it goes wide.
Valley's got a player that's shaking up in front. I think it's Russell. Trying to keep that ankle loose.
Aaron Kunda will have the goal kick. Battle for possession in midfield. Next goal wins. Comes Grandview. Look out, look out. It goes in, it won't count.
Yeah, they called the foul out front. I'm not sure why. A Valley player fell over.
If they call a foul out front, this could be.
The ball went right into his legs, and as Blackman was trying to charge.
The foul was called outside the 18-yard box. So let's see what this is all about here. They stop. Now the clock running, 6:27.
That is just outside the box.
I mean, just outside. And that's where
now
Grandview will have it.
Blackman has triggered the play almost every time, but they've got Enrique back there. Like I said earlier, Enrique is the leading goal scorer. It would not surprise me if he takes this.
All right, here we go. And sends this one
and that wasn't
up
close.
Over the top. That wasn't close. You're not going to get many better looks than that. Now look at that Valley crowd. They're pumped up now. .5:32 to go in the second overtime. McDonald sends it back, and
yeah, two players are down. McDonald and someone else. They collided. They both, I think, they hit heads. And like Vladi Simic wanted a foul of some sort, but both players down.
So that stops play with 5:23 to go, second overtime. Tied at 1. Trip to the national tournament on the line here.
I think it's Correa. Who was the other one?
Is that McDonald?
Yeah, it's McDonald. Not Correa. It's Biscalo.
Biscalo.
And they're both heading off. They're going to go through.
Yeah.
Because of the head-to-head
They're
contact.
They're both coming out.
They're both off.
Check both of them out. I think. Well, they're both ready to come back in.
Well, you know, what do I know sometimes?
You okay? Yeah, I feel fine.
I mean, they took Enrique out earlier for.
Yeah, they did.
For
yeah, they checked him out. Back it comes to Larson.
And in come the players.
In come the players. 5:14 and counting. Overtime number 2. McDonald, Illich both touch it. Grandview, they're onside. Get it in the corner. Knocked away. Grandview trying to keep it in play, and this one goes out. That was Enrique. Enrique will take the corner here. With 4:30 to go.
And there's nothing in front for Grandview. It's all going to come from the backside.
And he sends it in, headed away. Grandview trying to keep it in play. They do. On the far right side of the way that we look down, and now it goes out.
And a goal kick.
And a goal kick for the Vikings of Valley. 4 minutes left. Four minutes left in the second OT. Out midfield. Grandview trying to go on the attack. McDonald trips. Ends up with the ball.
He cradled like he was
a good football.
They let him keep playing. 5-yard run there. And the Valley crowd reacted to that more than they did the push from both people.
3 minutes to go in second overtime. Russell tries to send it in far left side. Off to Limbert. Limbert gets around.
Oh, Limbert tackled in the box.
Tackled in the box, and they waved it off. Whoa. Limbert was tackled. There's no question about it in the box. Woo.
And everyone standing with their arms outstretched. What was that call?
And now one of the Grandview players is down on the far side. That'd just be a cramp. Well, I guess you don't want to decide it.
Well, I mean,
but he tackled.
You don't want the referee to decide it on a penalty that doesn't need to be called.
That was a tackle.
I mean, that Limbert was grabbed and hauled down
in the box. Craig Johnson will come in. All right. Here come the Vikings one more time. And this one is sent on the far side. We're down to 2:17. Well, we may decide this whole thing. with PKs. Shot wide right. 2 minutes left. A minute 50 remaining. Corner kick. Headed off to the left. Sent back out front. Illich. Oh, he heads it and it's just wide right. Oh. Oh. How many chances the Vikings had in these overtime?
They've come close several times.
Oh, he waited and the header just wide right. Minute 16 left. Illich also again had the open shot on the other end in overtime number 1.
And Larson would have been beat looking at it on the replay.
Yeah. Now it's out. We're under a minute to go. So here we go. We're probably going to decide this thing, or very likely going to decide this thing with PKs. That one sent high in the air. This one goes out right in front of the Valley bench, under 30 seconds to go. Throw in McDonald. Vikings keeping the pressure on. Valley keeping the pressure on. Alcaraz. Now whistle. Play is stopped. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Looks like we're going to head into PKs as the argument continues and the clock winds down to zeros. So that's it for the double overtime. Wow. All right. Here's where we'll have some fun now. Drew Hawkins, the women's coach, comes out and applauding his guys. And Coach Reed has to be excited with what he's seen over there on his side. Boy, the Vikings of Valley had some pretty good opportunities. Well, now it comes down to Larson and Aaron Kunda. Tell you, Larson made a couple of saves. The one on Illich in the first overtime, the reason we're still playing.
He hasn't been tested often, but when he was, he's certainly been up to it.
Aaron Kunda now. And Larson will be in goal, so here we go. They're going to line them up. We'll see who's going to be taking the kicks for Valley. Captain's still meeting out on the field. Boy, what a way to decide who goes to the national tournament, huh?
It's been a fun game to do.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, the competition's been really good. There's been pressure from both sides. There's been good defensive plays from both sides. There's been chances on both sides, and the goalkeeping has been really good.
All right.
And we said at the very beginning, you got 2 goals. You're probably going to win. So with these 2 teams,
we're heading to the south goal. Here we go. Aaron Kunda and Larson. I see Alcaraz out there. Martoro. Pascalo, I believe. Heeman. And Correa. That's my guess. The two goalies converse, and they're probably saying, you got to be kidding me. I like seeing anybody in this place go one-on-one and stop these.
They're just saying, good luck. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, good luck. This is a lot of fun. No one expected either team to be in the final. Here we are. Let's go. All the Grandview players come out onto the field to watch. Well, I see George Limbert is out there as well, so we'll just wait and see who these coaches have chosen. Crowd having fun now. Blotty's going to go out to his group. Blair Reed was out on the field with his group. All right. The crowd is having some fun. They're all up. All right, Aaron Kunda will be in goal first.
That's Blackman.
That's Blackman. Sam Blackman. Blackman will try to put Grandview on the board first. Here we go. If you're Aaron Kunda, you have to guess. Blackman, all right, looks like he's going to kick it with the right foot. Comes in to the right side, sends it in, scores. Aaron Kunda guessed right, he went left. Kept it low. 1-0.
Nothing fancy from Blackman. Ran up, little hip fake, and then got Eric Kunda to go to his right. And wasn't a particularly hard shot, but solid enough.
Alejandro Correa now. Correa's next. Correa against Larson. When that first one goes in, puts the pressure on. Here's Correa. Looks, fires. Oh! He missed it. He missed it.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. So it is 1-0 Grandview. Oh, man. Hit the post now. Aaron Kunda has to make a save. You don't want to get down. Enrique's next. Hit the post. Here's Enrique. Again, it's just a guessing game now. Enrique comes into with the right foot. 2-0. And that time Aaron Kunda kind of went the right way, but it's still, they kept it low and got it underneath. Boy, if the Vikings don't win this, you're going to think the what-if game. All of the chances in those overtimes. Well, I don't want to say this is must for Illich, but this is must for Illich.
It's a must.
Yeah, you don't want to go down. You don't want to go down. He got it. So Illich scores. It's 2-1. Good job by Illich. But you need to get a stop somewhere along the line. Here in Kunda has to have a stop. Here's Rayola.
2-1.
Rayola. It's 2-1. Rayola could make it 3-1. Here in Kunda needs to stop. It's 2-1. Here it comes. 3-1.
And they're 3 for 3 so far.
Kantar.
3-1.
Kantar is next. But again, Valley just cannot afford to miss another one. Here's Kantar. Kantar against Larson. Kantar comes in with the right foot, fires, it's saved, and boy, that just about does it. Kantar went to his left. That's the right of Larson, and Larson guessed and stopped it. So this will end it right here if they can get one more.
That was a fantastic effort by Larson. Huge leap to his right, knock it away.
Cosma.
And this is the season for Missouri
This
Valley.
is it right here. This is the championship point. If Cosma scores, it's over. And Cosma sends it in, and that's it. In penalty kicks, Grandview defeats Missouri Valley, and they win the conference tournament, and they will head to the national tournament. Well, it went down to PKs, but I'll tell you what, Jazz, the Vikings of Missouri Valley had some chances in the 2 overtimes and couldn't get it done.
Couldn't get it done. Darnell Larson was fabulous.
Yes, he was.
In goal tonight, all night long, and yeah, when the shots had to be saved in the overtimes, he was there, and the big, huge save that allowed the final goal kick, the final penalty kick to clinch it. That was huge.
And boy, did he make a couple of big saves, one on Illich and several more in those overtimes. And the Vikings just, again, missed a couple of headers. They had opportunities in the overtimes, but congratulations to Grandview. They come all the way through this tournament, and they win it. The Vikings upset a couple of higher seeds, but it's Grandview winning in penalty kicks tonight, and they head to the national tournament. A good season comes to an end for Valley. They had a great run last year. Won't be the case in 2016. Thanks to all of our staff for a long day. Football won, but a tough one for soccer, losing on PKs. For Chaz Maddie and the entire crew, I'm Ken Cuiava. So long from Missouri Valley College, Volney Ashford Stadium, as we've seen a heck of a match on Greg Mitchell Field. Good night.